Then of course, concern does kick in. I saw he was hurt, he wasn't getting up, so we started getting concerned. Started to wish best of health for him. Once he got up and everything, I was relieved. I'm glad he's okay. Glad he was able to get up and he's able to react, fine again. So I know they took him for medical
They
exams.
actually just released him from the hospital, so that's a good sign.
That's
so
great.
I just heard that.
Wonderful.
Hey Mikey, we got a Fight of the Year candidate with Leo Santa Cruz versus Carl Frampton, but we also got Knockout of the Year.
We're starting the year early.
I mean, man, that was
good,
vicious, my friend.
That was a good way to start the year.
Oh yeah.
Mikey, 2 years you sat on the shelf. People wrote you off. You're finished. You're done. Now you're pound for pound list.
Now I think this makes a good statement. Starting the year, capturing a world title, 3rd division, that the way I won. I think everybody can remember and can see what I have to offer.
We spoke to Jorge.
Like almost the first uppercut you threw it, nailed him.
The first uppercut hurt him, but then when I saw him lean over towards the ropes, and when he turned back, his hands were down and he was hurt. So I had to go for that final punch. This is boxing. He wasn't down. Had he gone down, of course I wouldn't have done anything more. But that last right hand was the one that really hurt him.
We spoke to Jorge Linares.
I think it's a pretty big statement. Everybody in the divisions, near me can really consider something a threat now, and obviously the people in media can also realize that now.
Hey Mikey, we spoke to Jorge Linares about a potential fight between the two. Do you want that fight?
Of course, if he's victorious in his next upcoming match and he's available and willing to negotiate and sit down, unify titles, I would love that opportunity.
It's a great fight.
I think it'll be a huge fight.
What do you think, Richard?
Did you feel his power at all? It looked like he landed 1 or 2 punches.
I didn't really feel anything. He didn't really land, and the one that landed was kind of blocked, so I didn't feel the power.
He's the king of the hill. So there's a lot of options. Everybody's going to want to fight Mikey. It's not anymore that Mikey wants to fight. Everybody's going to want to fight Mikey, because where Mikey fights, that's where the money is. And he's the captain of his own ship. How beautiful is that?
He's got great fundamentals. He's got
great
power. He's got skills.
Yeah, you got
He's got star power. He's got it all.
I mean, he has the fans. You saw that again today.
The entire package.
Man, he can punch, he can move, he can box. Has a great team behind him. It's pretty decent looking. I don't want to make your hands too big.
No, unbelievable. It was insane, because not only was there a lot of Mexicans, but there was also a lot of people from Ireland, and I think they were all chanting for Mikey too. So it was unbelievable, and those guys are loud.
Robert, how proud of a brother are you right now?
Man,
3 division champion.
3 division champion, and the previous 2 titles that he won, you guys never seen that happiness inside the ring, because it wasn't like that big for Mikey or for it was like too easy. This time it's probably the easiest fight of his career. But we knew the danger of Tejan, and we knew winning the 3 division was going to be something great for the family. The WBC, bring it home, was great. And we know that there's just bigger challenges, so that's what we're happy.
And I thought Dijon was going to be a tougher round.
We thought so too, but Mikey did his job.
Well, that's what it is. When you're so good, you take the strengths away from the most fierce competitor. That sets him apart from others.
Is this the perfect weight class, 135?
I feel very comfortable at 135. I had moved up, from 126 to 130.
Yeah.
Eventually, that was my next step, to be at 135. I should have been here, 2 years ago, right after my last title defense at 30. We weren't able to be fighting, we were on the shelf, but right now I'm very comfortable at 135. I think a couple fights at 135, and then we'll make that jump to 140.
Mikey, how about that jab tonight? You always say it's the best punch in boxing.
It's key, we use it a lot. It was key for tonight. Keep the distance, measure my opponent, keep him at the distance that I wanted. He wanted to come in, I just stiff, that jab out there. Use it as a defense. You use it, timing it works well for me, and I like to use that.
Well, everybody says, use your jab, but it must be easier said than done, because not a lot of guys do what you did tonight.
Well, other fighters probably are, paying attention more to an overhand right, landing a power shot. But I like to set those punches up with the jab, and my corner, my dad, my brother always, teach that, and they always tell me that.
That's what it looked like. You were blinding him with the jab, and eventually that power shot was going to come.
That's how it was. That's what happened.